Hi there, everybody. Welcome to How Things Work, Fall 2020 edition. My name is Sean Lally, and physics is my business. I am so happy to have you here. Yes, times are weird. Yes, it might be a little weird to have an online class such as this, but we're going to do our absolute best to get through it. And I'm super excited, and I sure hope that this is going to be a positive experience for you. So let's get into some of the guts of how things are going to go. First of all, just a little bit of contact information for me. You'll get your quickest response by emailing my Gmail account. That's Sean P. Lally, P for physics, of course, seanplally@gmail.com. Of course, there's my Towson email address, slally@towson.edu. There's my personal number where you can call or text. Best way, however, is going to be by email, of course. This course is running asynchronously. What that means is that we are not going to meet exactly, or at least it will not be required to meet on the Monday and Wednesday time slots, which are 7 to 8:15. But I'm going to reserve those for questions, working through anything that can be helpful for you. So I'll be available during those times, and I'll be online at my Zoom account, which will be presented to you in the syllabus you'll find on Blackboard very soon, actually, if not probably today, Monday the 20, whatever it is, Monday the 24th. Okay, so again, the class is asynchronous, but you will need to keep up. The only thing that is different really is that you won't necessarily have to be online Monday and Wednesday, 7 to 8:15. The reasoning for this is because I think it's difficult to have a truly positive all lecture class to 80 people in real time. And I've done it many different ways. I've done online teaching, and of course I've done on the ground teaching for many years. But my experience has been that this works incredibly well if it's face to face, if it's a small class. But larger classes, not quite so well. So we're going to try it this way and see how it goes. That's not to say that there won't be any face to face time. Of course, there's plenty of face to face time through during the class meeting session times that are allotted, but they won't be strictly for traditional class teaching. The class teaching is going to take place via my slides and voiceover like this that will all be linked to on Blackboard, and they'll basically be YouTube clips. Generally, I'll do probably 2 clips per lesson and 2 to 3 clips per lesson, just to not overwhelm you. I think it can be kind of hard to watch more than a 15-minute video at a time. But maybe I'm wrong about that. At least that's been my experience. I mean, I can watch many hours of video, but you start to lose it after a while. So this kind of forces me to break things up into more manageable chunks. And as the classic edict goes, you really should never have a class that's longer than a microcentury anyway. Microcentury being about 42 to 45 minutes. I can't remember off the top of my head. So anyway, there you are, a little bit of rationale for you. Let's get into some of the guts of the class. So there's a textbook, How Things Work, by Lewis A. Bloomfield. It's a really nice textbook. It's in the 6th edition, but it's also expensive. So if you can't afford it, please don't fret about that. There's a PDF that you can find online, hint, hint. But actually, I'm providing all of the material that is important in the videos and my notes that are fairly extensive. So, don't fret if you cannot swing the textbook. I will completely understand. I really will. I generally come up with my own problems, and I don't take them out of the textbook anyway. Now, we're going to have 4 exams, equally weighted and non-accumulative. One of these is going to be during the final exam period. The exams are generally going to be multiple choice, submitted electronically. Right now, it might be via Google form or something to that effect. There may, of course, be short answer questions on the exams, as well as mathematical problems, and maybe even brief essays. All that can be done electronically. I do use Google Slides, which I will share with you, at least a PDF of them, for course material, and also post links to videos that walk you through the notes and include demonstrations and other things like that, so you don't just have to hear my voice. And generally, I don't like my face to show up in videos, and I think it can just be kind of distracting, but that's me. So anyway, okay, what else? Some the details. I'm going to assign regularly a problem and or question set, uh, probably one per week. I'll also provide solutions. I'm not going to collect or grade these. So they are used to help you study material and see what concepts that I think are the most important, not only for tests, but just in general. I could give you some text references to the Bloomfield text, but to tell you the truth, if it's important, I'm going to cover it in class and give the related notes on Blackboard. All right, my friends, this is my favorite part of the intro. Let me tell you what physics is all about. So physics, as I've said before, is my business. Not just my business, but the business of many people. I love physics, I really do. I've loved it since I discovered it I guess I discovered it in junior high school. And then, of course, I took my first real physics class in high school, and then, man, oh man, I was hooked. So it is an incredibly rich subject. It does go from the amazingly, fantastically small electrons, neutrinos, anything like that, things without any definable structure, to the unimaginably huge, which can be galaxies. They can also be superclusters of galaxies, and of course the universe at large, or maybe even multiple universes. We don't know. But you know, it's not just a collection of facts and equations. These things are clearly important, but at its purest, I think that physics is a way of thinking about problems. It's a philosophy of how to treat a vast array, a huge variety of problems. Now, the word itself comes from the ancient Greek word physiki, which literally means knowledge or the study of nature, the physis. Now, after the scientific revolution, which is only about 300 years ago or so, this is the period of history from roughly, let's say, 1550 with the publication of Copernicus's De Revolutionibus, which is 1543, actually, to 1700. That's sort of just past the peak of Newton's best work. The study of science has, which is, by the way, the word comes from scientia, or knowledge. It's been generally associated with a particular type of knowledge that we get through demonstration, we get it through experiment, we get it through evidence, we get it through mathematical proof. We don't just come up with ideas just for the heck of it. We got to have the proof for them. We've had lots of heroes in physics, really hundreds of heroes historically, thousands and tens of thousands contemporarily. So they include Newton and Galileo in the 17th century, of course, Cavendish, Volta, 18th century, Faraday, Galton, Maxwell in the 19th century, Einstein, Curie, Feynman, Hawking, Meitner, and so many others in the 20th and 21st centuries. You are in good company, my friends. And of course, physics is at the heart of all sorts of related disciplines. You're going to find physics in engineering and astronomy, electronics, geology, meteorology, physical chemistry, and pretty much any kind of science you can imagine. There's some physics at work in it. If you're using a device, well, of course you are right now, some kind of electronic device to listen to me or see what I'm doing. There's going to be physics at work in it. And most definitely it does get tricky. We are, after all, trying to figure out what the universe is all about. As I've said, physics can be very challenging. Even an intro course, and especially if it's brand new to you. But just remember, friends, I am on your side. I am here for you. Reach out if you have any confusion. If you're worried or you just want to be reassured about a concept. Okay? I am here for you, my friends. All right. And I mean, especially true. It's always true in a regular class, but it's especially true now during the what in the history of the 21st century. I don't know. You'll probably come to know these as the weird years or the weird times. The weird year, 2020, the year we don't talk about. So anyway, you ready? Then let's do some physics. Okay. See you soon. See you on the moon.